Hello, this is Broyer, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Motorsport Manager. We are in our first season. Just finished the third race. Didn't do quite as good as we would have liked, but, you know, probably about as good as we should expect. So we had a 15th and a 16th place. I said at the beginning of the season, anything above 16 would be basically acceptable for this first season. This first season is all about setup for the future. So let's go check our mail. Car condition update, 29 hours. Actually, that's less than some of the others I've been. Sure, we'll have a few questions for Channel 6. We've had some time to get used to the team now. What are your main worries at the moment? We really need to improve our car's performance level. That's probably true. Upgrading the HQ, I'm thinking long term. That also makes sense. Let's just say upgrading the HQ. I have a feeling it's going to not make our chairman too happy, but something we need to work on. Technically, didn't change at all, so cool. We do need to upgrade our HQ. That's definitely huge. A huge focus for us. We did finish the scouting port. Huge amount of potential. Could become a real star. Smoothness is really good, which helps with your tire wear, if I remember correctly. So that could be a good guy to go after. Who was that? Mustafa? Oh, he's got great feedback. Wow. Wow. I actually like this guy a lot. I mean, he's still relatively young, so he still has a lot of improvement ahead of him. Yeah, racer, good. Hates T-Motors, that's interesting. We have another guy that hates T-Motors too, but this guy at least has a bunch of positive traits going for him. And they're permanent. Maybe we reach out to this guy. He's not going to be cheap though. So that's going to be something we have to look into. Alright, that's fine. We'll keep him in mind. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over scouting. I like Mustafa. And I liked... Was it Sarah? No. Shin. Shin has a huge amount of potential. So I liked her a lot as well. So we'll keep them in mind for sure. How are we doing on the queue? I bet we still have quite a few. We're good. So we'll circle back to that later. Alright, car, waiting for the repairs to finish. We're still designing a new part. We got 2 days, 16 hours on that. That's fine. That'll come up pretty soon. Nothing to do but hit continue. Car repair complete. Yep, that's all that says. We're going to go over here and see what else we're going to be improving. We're almost done with improving our 2 engines, which is fine. We could swap over to this gearbox right now, but honestly, we're this close. We might as well finish that off. And then these 2 shocks are about to be, you know, maxed out on their performance as well. So yeah, I think I'm okay with this. We'll max out those 2 engines, and then we'll drop the gearbox in there and get as much as we can on the gearbox. Designing a gearbox finished. Nice. Let's go ahead and fit these parts. We got this brand new gearbox. Again, both these are 40%. You know what we need to do then? I did want to finish the engines, but now that we've got both gearboxes ready, let's just go ahead and drop both gearboxes in there. Need to get those finished as quickly as possible. At least get into a spot where we can use them for this next race, I believe. And then we also need to improve their performance as well at some point, but that will come. Alright, so that's the new part. Still making plenty of money, or I should say we still have plenty of money in the bank. Even with the reduction from each race, we should be able to design another part. So we got 2 gearboxes. I actually didn't think we were going to do suspension last, I thought we were going to do suspension last, but I've been kind of going in order of expense and kind of doing the more expensive parts first. So we may want to go ahead and do a suspension now. Let's check real quick. Suspension, we have a 10 and a 7, whereas brakes, we have 2 1s. You know, let's go ahead and do the brakes. I know that they're technically more expensive, but that's okay. We'll just go left to right. We'll call that in order. Again, we can go with this one, which is just the 29 up front, max of 36, or we can just go over here and give us a max of 41. We do still have to improve this one to get that bonus, but I still like these maxes as much as possible. So we're going to start with that one. Only 550,000. It's actually going to be finished before this next race, but we won't have the reliability built into it by then, so that's okay. Alright, cool. Continue. And there you go. Those brakes were fast. first set of brakes, so let's go ahead and fit another set. Again, we're going to do the max. That's fine. During qualifying, well, that's not really going to help us. Wow, reliability plus 50%, that's huge. But no, we're going to do this one. Deceleration plus 40, and then reliability minus 20%. Now, that means we just can't use these parts from the get-go. But we'll then be able to boost the reliability through our workers. So, I'm not really worried about doing that. It's still going to make it a really good brake part. So, technically, this will still finish before the next race. It's insane. How are we looking on improving parts? 45%, not too bad. We might have those done in time for the next race. Alright, here's the 2 upper races about to go. I'm still working there, 12 hours. Black Sea. Again, these races don't really have much relevance on us at this point. They might at some point in the future, but not right now. If we're like monitoring a racer from one of those other leagues or something like that. Still good here, 53%. We're getting there. Actually, our 2 shocks are almost done. Designing brakes finished. So there's our second set of brakes. 0 reliability though. Could go ahead and fit them, but we're not going to because the reliability is not good enough. If we get these up to 60%, we might swap in those brakes at that point. But yeah, we got a lot of potential. A lot of potential parts here that we can work on here soon. I guess we'll do nothing else to do but design another part. Let's go ahead and design those suspension. We don't want the risk ones yet, so we'll take the plus 25 to max. And that looks pretty good. $800,000. Performance work complete. Alright, let's go ahead and stick a couple more parts in there to start improving their performance. Guess we could work on the engines now. Start getting those going. Man, there's a huge difference between this 34 and that 74. It's insane. This 34 is still not even that great, but it's way better than what we have. So we'll get these boosted just naturally. We're still going to keep everything going towards the reliability for now. 56%, that's not too bad. It does mean that we're not going to be able to, I think, use the brakes here coming up. Report on upcoming race Tondela? 10% chance of rain. We're going to have super soft and soft as our components that we can choose from. That's fine. Telemetry center, yes, I agree. That would be amazing. We are going to finish the factory first. Media training. We both know Andre could present himself better when it comes to interacting with the press. Famous communication expert Brendan Stone has a slot available in his renowned How to Talk Right media training course. Should we assign Andre up for it? $1 million. Wow. We probably are going to keep Andre. We'll probably replace Faith. But, man, $1 million. Just get him some boost. I guess so. Let's do it. I think it's probably good for him. That's expensive, though. Did he get it right away? So Steph, I think is where we want to see this. Oh, no, that's right. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Media trained. Plus 15 marketability, plus 5 chairman happiness. It is a permanent trait. Nice. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we'll keep working on him. He's getting a tiny bit per week. It's not much. 0.04%. Wow. Not much at all. Are they not getting anything from the, yeah, the test track? A very, very tiny amount from the test track. Alright, well, I mean, it's... put some money into him. Scouting report finished. Katie Linares. One of the weakest drivers. Potential is good, though. Give her the chance to improve. She could certainly become one of the better drivers. Kate's fitness is her strength, and her weakness is her overtaking. So let's look at old Katie here. Katie. There we go. Doesn't have a lot of potential as far as this is looking at. She's actually not that great. She's only 20 years old, though. Desired earnings is minus 100,000. That's interesting. She's a reserve driver, though. If she had good feedback, I might take her, but She's actually improving plus 2% per week. Yeah, I don't know. If she had better feedback, we might look into her, but I don't think she's going to be somebody we're looking into. Car. How are we looking here? We're over 61% on these two parts. Do we go ahead and make the swap in? 3 days. You know what? Let's just finish off much of this. We're not going to have enough time to get anything on the brakes anyway. We'll do brakes for the next race. Phoenix. Financial management. I'm extremely concerned about the status of the team's finances. I'm guessing that's because I just dropped $1 million on one of our drivers. Yes, I'll make our money last. Don't you worry. I got this. Suspension finished. Very, very good. All right, that's first set. Let's go ahead and do the next set. So we'll take this, and then we'll guess we'll take this one. Yeah, because that one's got a risk level of +1. So we'll take this one. 83 is our possibility. That's pretty good. Another $900,000 in the hole. We're still doing good. We got, what, 7 races left. So 5.6 million is how much we're going to need for the races. So we still got a good cushion. So I think we're going to be fine. Travel to Tondela. Another scouting report. Looks like Hong Liao could become a real star. Let's see. How do you look? Do have an amazing amount of potential. Amazing feedback as well. 17 years old. Oh wow. Yeah, this guy is going to be amazing. Let's flag him. We definitely want to circle back to him here very, very soon. We don't want to wait till the end of the year before we circle back to these guys because they we want to catch them before they renew with their current contracts. But we'll wait a little bit further down, closer to the end of the year. Anything we want to do here? I think we're okay. Yeah, we're just going to keep selecting the 16th or above. I mean, that's 75,000. I mean, you add up that over the course of a season, that's almost a full part that we can fund, or a full race, you know, if you will. Part fitting. Let's check this. All right, we're okay with the engines. I think we're actually okay with the gearboxes too. So let's give Faith the slightly better one. And I don't want to do the suspension yet, and I don't want to do the brakes. So everything else is just going to have to stay as is. Race number 4. Portugal. It's got a lot of bends and winds and stuff. I mean, a few straightaways here, so we'll see. Alright, here we go. That's a helicopter. At some point you can get a helicopter in your own headquarters. That I guess improves your marketability or something like that. Alright, continue with our same guys. Handling up a little bit. Speed balance, move you down just a hair. I think everything else looks fine. Tire choice. I don't know. Do we want to go to super soft? I guess we'll stay on the softs. That's fine. How are we looking on the weather? Looks fine. I think all that looks good. And for you, we'll stay on the super soft as well. That's fine. I think we get a few points on the super soft. Or sorry, the regular soft. That could improve their performance enough to where they could compete sort of close to the super softs. But obviously last quite a bit longer. Alright, let's go ahead and send you out. Everything looks good. And then send you out. Go, go, go. Looks like about half and half on people using softs versus super softs. Stiffen the handling, okay. We can do that. Gear ratios are just right. I like to hear that. Arrow is wrong. More downforce, okay. Let's go ahead and bring you in soon. And I'm going to bring you in. More angle. Alright, sounds good. Alright. Oh, they're not very happy at all right now. Alright, Gomez, what can we do for you? So you said you wanted more downforce. So that's fine, we'll do that. Let's just go ahead and move the handling up that way and the speed balance. Just kind of keep it going kind of around there, something like that. Stints are fine, tires, you go on the same tires. Send you out. Alright, you wanted more angle on the wings. So we'll go that way a little bit. Handling, let's go ahead and go up that direction. Speed balance, let's go right about there. This will tell us at least if it's going to make it worse or better, and we'll go from there. And your tire looks fine. Send you out. Everybody's good. Go, go, go. Weather still looks good. Likes the tweaks to the downforce. He likes the tweaks to the downforce as well. Good. Handling's better. Alright. Go ahead and bring you in. And handling is not as good. Alright, so let's bring you in as well. Fix you both one more time and get you out just in time to get a little bit more. Alright. Good, good, and great. Much, much better. Still room for improvement, but definitely much better. We can work with this. Alright, so looks like you do actually like downforce, so let's get you even a little bit more. And handling, you like to go in that direction, so let's go ahead and keep going that direction. And the speed balance, I think you were pretty happy with it, the acceleration. So let's try this. Actually, probably a little bit less on the speed balance now that I say that. Let's try something like that. Tires look okay, you can go ahead and go out. And then you actually don't like things quite as much. Got worse on the handling, so you want the handling to go the other direction, which makes sense. Yep, so let's try that. And then we were very poor on the downforce, now we're okay, so you probably want even a little bit more than that. And then we were still good on the speed balance both sides. I wonder if your speed balance is somewhere in the middle. I'm actually going to try. Right smack dab in the middle of this too. Let's try this. I have just enough time for maybe one more lap to get a little bit more feedback. Who is this? They're Oh, that's not the one I'm looking at. Aero setup is way better. Where's the guy that had like the really kind of blackish purplish car? Can I just click on you? I don't think I can. Oh well. Not a big deal. I was just curious. Alright, we got a little bit more info, so hopefully it's enough to tweak this for the race time. Gearing seems right. Good, good, good. Didn't do so good on the practice, but that's okay. We kind of messed things up initially just to really fine-tune it on the race day setup, so I'm not really worried about the practice. If we start having to do qualifying, that's a different story, but we're not there right now. Alright, same as always, just have a couple things. I'm surprised you actually haven't got enough rep. Oh, there we go, I was going to say. Surprised you don't have enough rep with your mechanic to get something yet. Now, we don't need the Ultrasoft, obviously, but that's alright. Oh, hello there. Excellent, excellent, good. So, your speed balance was better. Actually, you know what? I didn't even mean to change that direction, I don't think. I meant to change the other direction. Oh, no, that's right. I didn't mean to keep going that far away a little bit further. All right, we're going to go ahead and put it back right there. Because we know that's excellent, or that's great. And then we want everything else to stay where it's at right now. All right, that should be fine. Should get you excellent, excellent, great. That should be about 96, 97%. That is good. Do we start with super softs? I think we go ahead and start with super softs, and we'll switch into these softs at the first change, and we'll run those the rest of the laps. And that will be fine. Do we want to trim back anything? 32 laps. I mean, oh, goodness. Shove off one thing of fuel, just a little bit. It's not going to make that much difference, but it's a little bit of weight. All right, so you are actually not as happy as I normally like to get you. So you were okay there. You're great here. So maybe even just a teeny tiny bit more downforce. And then you're okay there. Very poor there. Good here. Possibly you even want a little bit more handling. And then, sure enough, I mean, right in the middle was great on the speed balance. So I'm not going to move it. I honestly don't know which way to move it for excellence, since either side of you is good. So it's kind of a hair trigger there. So we'll just go with what we got here. Tire, start with super softs. That's fine. Actually, go ahead and give you the full fuel. We'll let the other guy come in first, and that'll be fine. Driver strategy right out the gate. We'll keep going on the high side of things. And obviously we'll change that as soon as we start get some clearance. So we are starting in 4th and 7th. Not too bad. Go, go, go. All right, Anthony's breaking out to an early lead. Wow, go Anthony. Oh, nope, she's getting passed out. Oh, there you go. Go, go, go. Go, Anthony, go. Take that first spot. No, we're going to drop down to 3rd. Oh, you're back to 2nd. Oh, you're first for just a second. It's not going to stick, but wow, you're fighting. All right, let's trim back on your tires just a bit. Same with you. We're going to trim back on your tires just a bit. Let's keep you going heavy on the gas, though. I think we're going to be okay. You got a strong engine. So we can do with that for a little bit longer. Still getting a lot of heat in those tires. Let's go ahead and trim back to neutral on both of you. We are actually going to get some rain. Wow. Rain every single race so far this year. In that case, we're just going to keep pushing with the gas because we're just going to have to pit stop here in a little bit anyway. 6th and 8th. Not bad. Oh, hello. Gomez just snuck in there. Wow. That overtaking skill he's got. A few more laps and we'll have to pitch you. So about three or four more laps. We are pushing y'all really hard. I guess we'll come back a little bit on the pushing. Just that way you don't degrade your other parts too much. Oh, Anthony passed Gomez again. Already had somebody coming out of pit lane. Already had somebody crash. Your tires are worn. I have been pushing you pretty hard. It's earlier than I would have liked, but it is about to start raining. So why don't you go ahead and pit? And we'll go ahead and get you on intermediates. Let's go ahead and max out your fuel. I'd really like to get through the rest of this without any more. So exactly 13 each. So that is going to be tight. Pit strategy. Anything changes? Nope. We'll just keep you unbalanced. You're going to go one more. So how about you go a little bit conserve on your tires. As soon as you pass, alright, we're going to go ahead and schedule you for a pit now. Intermediates. Go ahead and max you out on the fuel as well. That's fine. Parts look good. Again, nothing's changing here, so again, we'll just keep you on balance. That's fine. Alright, Anthony. Let's get you out there again. It's a little earlier than I would have liked, but it's going to be okay. We're going to be on intermediates before a lot of other people. Will help us out on this track as it starts to get wet here. I did not mean to do that. Cancel that. I don't know, that was weird. Let's go look at Gomez, make sure he's about to pit okay. Yep, we're still set for pit. When you come out, I want you pushing in a high. Great pit stop, nice. So we got Anthony in 10th spot. She's closing on 9th. There's at least 5 people ahead of her that do need to pit. Alright, let's trim back on the tires a bit. Let's trim back on the gas. We do need to get this to stretch all the way through the end of the race. You can go a little more aggressive on the gas, but we're going to go ahead and drop you down to medium for now. Looks like the water's going to continue for a while longer, so we're good for now. Go Anthony, 8th place. Nice. 13th for Gomez. Dropped down 11th to 12th, but still pretty solid showing so far. Still got somebody out there on softs. Wow. And Gomez just passed him. Makes sense because this is wet out there. Wow, Gerard, number 1, is still on softs. Goodness, you guys are crazy. Guess we'll start going a little bit. Well, no, I'm okay with the tires right now. They're smack dab in the middle. Ninth and 10th. Getting a little bit light on the tires here, but they're getting worn down pretty fast. I don't know if I want to go any more aggressive than I already am. Although if I start getting too much colder, then I have to. So that can make it even worse in the other direction. Yeah, let's start pushing a little bit. I don't really want to, but they're getting a little cold. Water is going to continue. It's actually going to get close to wet mode, but not quite. We'll stay on these intermediates, I think. Evans came out on wets, though. Somebody's already having mechanical problems. A couple people having mechanical problems. That's good for us. Okay, we're getting some more heat back in the tires. Let's go and drop back down to neutral. I don't think Anthony can make it a couple more laps. I'd really like to get 2 more laps out of her, but I don't know if she can make it. Let's go and start conserving, Anthony. She's very hard on tires. Looks like the water's going to continue, so going back on intermediates will be fine. I'm going to try to get 1 more lap out of you, Anthony, and then you're going to go ahead and come pit on next time. It's a bit of a risk, but I really like to just get you as much going on the fuel side of things as possible. Man, we're not going to be able to make it all the way to the end. Nope. We'll just take it real easy on the tires. We've got to get her all the way around. Same with you. You need to start conserving as well. Alright, those tires are going to be really, really weak right now. Alright, we got to pit. We're going to have to play some sort of catch up with the fuel. Got 13 laps of fuel. We're going to have 14 laps to go. So we will have to play it pretty soft on the fuel. And we are going to go to the intermediates. Alright, sounds good. Gomez, you need to make at least 1 more lap. Alright, Gomez, you're going to pit next time. Still staying on intermediates. I think that's going to be a good strategy. You're going to have 13 laps left, so we'll just go ahead and max you out. Parts. Too many laps left. We're going to have to fix that. It's going to cost us a lot of position, but we're going to have to do it. Alright, so Anthony's good. He's got 14 laps to go and 13 laps of fuel, so we'll see what happens with that. I think you technically lose a little bit less than a lap for each time you go around. So, yeah, she's got a smidgen over 12 laps now. So we'll see how that plays in. You actually have a little bit of an excess of fuel, so it's going to get you high for now. It's going to get you a little bit more pushing on the tires, get a little heat in those. Don't worry, guys, the water is about to start coming off, so don't worry too much about you being on the inners. Alright, you're no longer over full, so we'll just drop you back down. Alright, you just went through, you got 12 laps left and 11.8. Let's go and drop you down low for a couple laps. It does mean you're probably going to get passed by a couple of these guys behind you. Alright, you're good on the tire temperature. You are not, but I don't know if I want to push it much more than I already am. You got a quarter extra, or you're a quarter of the way to do another lap, which is what you need. You're at 10.23, and you need 11. So we're going to have to keep you on this preserve fuel for a bit longer. We can bump you up to high, though. You are getting some temperature in your tires. You're fine. You're getting a little bit of temperature, so let's go and drop you back down to neutral. She did get passed by all those people, unfortunately, but they had to come in for another pit, so... Alright, she's 9.3 laps with 10 laps to go. She'll make it eventually. This fuel conservation, though, it's... Ugh. I mean, saving us a whole lap, though. Or a whole pit stop, I should say. Alright, you are good. Let's drop you back down to medium. Starting to lose a little temperature in your tires. Let's go ahead and push you just a little bit. Alright, you're at 8.45 laps left. Alright, we've gained a little bit. Doing pretty good, Anthony. Start pushing you with you a little bit. Get a little more heat in your tires. You're good on the heat. Let's drop you back down. 7.5 laps. I think you're going to be okay. It's going to be tight, but I think you'll be alright. Alright, 6.7 laps. Okay, we're making some ground. Oh, here comes first. Actually, first passing us is good for us. It means we can go back to pushing again. Let's keep an eye on Anthony, because she's about to get a blue flag as well, then we're good. .75 laps. You do have some excess fuel, so it's going to go to high. Here comes first. Normally you wouldn't want to get lapped by people, but this actually helps us out. Man, that first place guy is so fast. The fact that he's lapped me and I'm in 7th? That's incredible. Alright, so there's the blue flag. So, that should mean that we can go back up to medium. Of course, we're going to have to finish one less lap than everybody else. Oh, your tire... I was not paying attention to your tires. I am sorry. Oh, we're going to have to go to backup. We're going to have to... We got to make these last until the rest of the race. 3 more laps. I don't know if that's going to make it or not. Excess fuel. Okay, we'll go ahead and overtake. Go high. Ooh, we're about to get past our own guy. Don't really want to go conserve with you. You're losing some temperature. I don't know if you're going to make it 2 more laps, Anthony. I don't know. Let's go back to medium on both of you on the fuel. I don't want to go... I'd hate to lose it at this point. 8th place. 1 more lap. 7%. I don't know if you're going to make it. 6%. 4%. Ugh, this is going to be bad. 1%. 1 more corner. Come on, Anthony. Eighth spot. And the other guy finished in 11th. Not bad. Probably could have played it a little bit better with 1 more pit stop, but honestly, not too bad. 8th and 11th. I'm actually pretty happy with that. We definitely should not be that high in this game. Oh, we actually got a flat tire now, so just in time. Venanin, yeah, that's what a name. But goodness, raced so fast, lapped us, and then some. It just looked like we were standing still. That Venanin took 3 pit stops. We only took 2, and she still lapped us and then some. It's crazy. We did make those inner stretch pretty far. Maybe we should have come in sooner. I don't know, but I felt like it was a pretty good race overall. Of course, no rules broken. Had a drive-through penalty, so he got dropped down a little bit. We're still 8th and 11th. Puts Anthony at 13th. Moved her up a couple spots, and Gomez stayed right where he was at 17th. We're gaining a little bit on number 8. We're definitely putting a huge difference between us and number 10, so that's good for the money side of things. Don't forget about Brewer Racing. They look strong. I like that kind of feedback. New unlock. Intermediate tires wear more slowly. As many intermediate tires we've been using, that's going to come in handy. Would have come in handy on that race. Yeah. Well, I don't know why they're not improving on their skills. I figured they would have improved a bit more than this by now. But that's alright. Chairman is very happy with us right now. We got a little bit better marketability. No, everything's looking good. Cost us 723 because we did get our 75,000 from the race. That's good. It's tempting to start putting a little bit more money into next year's car, but I think we're okay. I think putting parts into next year's car would be the best. Alright, that save right there is our cue to go ahead and call it here. Yeah, I think we did pretty good, and we're actually doing really good on the parts as well for next year. So, I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me next time as we, looks like we're going to the Ardennes. And, yeah, looks good. Thank you, and goodbye.